as well. So, right, now we're going to move on to our REBBL League match, which is 1500 Dark Elves versus Steve, who's in the channel, and his 1330 Chaos. Let's have a quick review of the two teams. So we have 12 Elves, 3 Bludgeoning Blitzers and a Mighty Blow Blitzer, 2 Witch Elves, one's got Wrestle, one I bought last game, a Leader and Pass Runner, and then a load of linemen. All have got Block, apart from one, and one's also got Tackle. We took Tackle, which I know is a weird choice, because the last game we had to play against Amazons, and I still haven't got any Tackle on the Blitzers, so I wanted to play with a Tackle player. Where are we respectively in the two leagues? Let's have a quick look at that. So Steve's top and I'm second, as we drew last week against the Amazons when we really should have won. So this should be a good game against two good coaches. Just also quickly look at Steve's team. So Steve's also running with 11 players, 2 block Chaos Warriors. Zunk and I feature on the team, which is nice. He's got a ball carrier.
Am I a warrior? Fucking awesome, I am.
You're a warrior, yeah. I'm a
You're not.
No skill Chaos Warrior. He's got a ball carrier.
Talent.
No skill Chaos Warrior. Then we've got a selection and assortment of different beastmen. There we go. So let's see if we're ready to start.
Cindy asks, building a killer goat, will you always go piling on before block? It depends who you ask, Cinity. In perpetual leagues where I tend to play, I'd probably get block relatively early on. However, there is an argument for going Mighty Blow and piling on and claw first, as you will get to the end goal quicker, provided he survives. But you do tend to hammer through your rerolls a bit more swiftly, not having block. So either works as long as you understand the risk and reward aspect of skipping block initially.
Okay. Oh, he's gone for a babe and a wizard. I'm surprised you're going for Steve. When you watch this back, I assume you will. I'm surprised you spent some petty cash here because you've only got 11 players. So I would have thought you would be using the money to build a team. Oh God, it's raining.
Well, if you're kicking, the rain actually helps you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon Steve's going to be more upset about the rain than you.
Yeah, I'd say so. So we've got the fame. Yeah, he's leveled the playing field almost here now. Okay, so it's 11-11.
It's not actually raining right now, is it? It's just a bit nippy.
It's not. Yeah, it's not raining in the UK. It doesn't rain here that often now, I don't think.
Well, it depends where you are. If you live in like the lee of some hills, like Manchester, for example, Manchester rains most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, for an agility 5 witch elf. Right.
Yeah, it's amber weather warnings this week, isn't it? It's possibly going to get cold.
No. I had a... Well, you say that. My job requires me to know what the weather's going to happen and what's going to happen in the weather. And exactly that. Someone said, oh, it's going to get really cold. It's going to be really bad. And so I went and had a look.
It was on the news last night, mate. The radio was reporting last night amber weather warnings in certain parts, blah, northwest, North Scotland.
Oh, yeah. The bit of the UK that I care about, which is the bit where I live, not cold in the slightest. Not even remotely cold.
It was pretty cold last night. It was three degrees last night.
Hang on. I really need to quantify what I'm saying. Last week, so right, at my work, when the temperature gets cold, it gets busy. And what I mean by that is it has to get more cold. If it's as cold as it is now, it's just the same. So everyone came out and told me it's going to get really, really, really cold, which meant it's going to get really, really busy. So I had a look myself. It's as cold next week as it is this week. It's not warm, but it's not worse, other than in Scotland. I don't care about Scotland. Bizarre.
Some other guy's problem, Scotland.
Yeah. Oh, it turned out nice again.
Yeah, you have rather contradicted yourself there. You did declare it to be freezing very recently and then put more clothes on as a result. You did say that.
Yeah. Yes. So we can hit Chaos Warrior without blocks. We've got more chance of knocking it over. We can go 1, 2, 3 there, and take the ball that way. That'd be quite nice. End up with having to push you into there. Yeah, we're gonna have to push you into there. There we go. Right, that gives us the blitz.
Not really talked about.
5, 6, 7, 8. Go on.
Not really talked about how you build Dark Elf runners. A couple of folks mentioned in the chat you took pass there as first skill.
I've taken it as second skill. This is a bizarre build for a runner.
We plan to be passing the ball a bit. Pass benefits dump off, though, hypothetically, should the ball carrier get blitzed, which obviously I'm trying to avoid at all costs.
Yeah, I've taken pass because I'm going to try and build points on him by just passing the ball a lot. And so it means, although no one has catch, at least that's one half of the action that has an inbuilt reroll on it. So he's going to go pass accurate. The leader is a short-term thing, which is a bit of a problem. So he's going to get pass accurate, dodge, because he's got what? He's got 3 more skill slots to get. So in fact, he can get accurate, block, dodge will be his 3 skills. I forgot about that. No, just 1 second.
Oh, yeah, getting marked up.
Okay, so this is an interesting one because he's gone quite aggressive with his basing up.
Yes, she has. Max Damis asks, would you take strong arm on a double on the runner?
Yeah, consider it. Because I think Dark Elves do benefit from having a thrower type player. The traditional way of building them is that you then try and you run the ball, but as with so many things in Blood Bowl, if you can have an alternate way of doing things, it can sometimes really help.
A plan B, if you like.
Yeah,
Mr. Cake Juice, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the programme.
indeed. One thing to that I think about is sort of say you've made them score on turn 6, or they ended up scoring turn 6, and you've got 2 or 3 turns to reply. Having some guy that can just go and fetch the ball from the backfield and lob it straight away to the halfway line, or gives you a throwing threat is very, very valuable. So it's that sort of thing that I'm advocating. Yeah.
And Fat asks, are you rapidly saving up for a reroll? Because 2's a bit slender. Well, there is leader, of course, on the team, Fatten, so it's not quite as bleak as it looks. Actually, have you got 1 reroll plus leader?
No,
So you've got 2.
I've got 3, but my first action this game was double skulls.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. So would you go for a 3rd reroll plus leader giving you 4, or is that unnecessary?
No, I'm trying to build the team up. At the first of all, what I'm trying to do. I'd like to not need the additional reroll, but for right now, I do.
Max damage asked if accurate and strong arm helps on dump off. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Well, it should. Because accurate's +1 to passing. Yeah, accurate's +1 to passing. Strong arm in the old rule set. I don't know how they've coded it, but strong arm won't, because it makes the pass banding shorter. Accurate should.
I don't think that relying on dump off as a solid defensive skill is plan A. It's more a little bit of an option of extra safety against a leaping war dancer. It's not that you just potato your runner safe in the knowledge that when he gets blitzed he'll just successfully hand it off to a nearby blitzer. You would still screen and protect the ball. Yes, exactly, Jelly. I understand. I understand.
Oh, come on. Fucking wank dice.
Look like you're thinking hard.
Oh, irritated that we didn't get any knockdowns there. Because especially that last one, I could then have blocked this Chaos Warrior. So if we'd have got the knockdown, I step him forward there and stand him there, 2 dice. I can then bring this back. So it's just mildly irritated, I guess.
Have you ever played Dark Elves without a runner at all? Jelly saying he's not certain that he's happy that he took a runner.
I haven't for a while.
I guess you can live without them. But the stuff that he does bring to the party is his skill set access. But also, it's another move 7 player as opposed to a move 6 line elf. So. Hey. It is another AV7 player, Jelliel, but again, the nature of how he plays, I guess how you play with a runner is he's not a frontline, gonna get hit locked kind of guy. You're trying to actively protect him. And I'm guessing on defense, he's potentially also one of the players that might not be on the pitch, though with leader, maybe he would. Don't know. Yes, Gotcha. That was a fantastic pass. Brilliant, mate. You'd be on top billing match of the day with that one. And it was forwards, which is quite a thing for one of your elf teams, Andy. Passing forwards. Revolutionary thinking.
Yeah, we'll be passing back again next turn.
Well, those from a rugby background of you feeling right at home watching your elves play, because they do tend to pass backwards.
Or sideways. It is, isn't
sideways.
it? Yeah.
Sideways is fine as well, yeah. Indeed, a forward pass is often just by accident.
We just hope the ref's not looking and we don't get called out on it. Terrific, that's true. A blodged runner, it can be quite useful. What you probably want to do with a blodged runner is, as long as you're making it not a primary blitz, the extra movement, you're right, you can normally get it around as a back screen piece, or yes, you could blitz it, but it's probably not the right player to blitz. It's that sort of thing. So you can field them on defense. You just got to be slightly more careful. I mean, we look at my positioning here. The 3 armor 7 players are the 3 3 out of the 4 furthest back. And the only reason I need to now swap the positioning around a little bit, because at the moment we're not actually threatening this flank for surfing, which is a shame.
Oh, he's getting all up in your grill again, mate. Steve's comment before the game started was his joy at your line elf with guard getting chinned last week, and you can see why, because this is letting Steve now do what he's doing without massive risk. That he's challenging you to roll 1 die blocks against the Warriors, or just put up with them being there. You do have 2 dice on that on Joe the Goat in the centre circle, of course.
Currently, I think he's going to.
Currently, do you think Harringzord's going to move on up? You're probably right, actually. Take 2 paces forwards. Hello, Hotspur. How you doing, buddy? Good afternoon to you too.
Yeah, let's see what he does.
He's thinking about it. I'd take 2 paces forwards with Harringzord, because in for a penny, in for a pound. If he doesn't, then you've got the option to knock down the guys in the middle with 2 dice, and then throw a witch through, maybe. Yeah, exactly that. Oh, that was unlucky. Oh, it's getting worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. It's just written, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
Well, you'd got blocked and he didn't, but I'm guessing he's evaluating the one die block with a reroll probably be all right, and it just happened not to be. And you're not far enough forwards that this is a huge problem for him. But are you thinking punch a hole, run through, and screen up and mark up the guys nearest and that? Or you? Got one.
Got one. Oh, that's a ball carrier as well. Wow.
Wow. Wow, indeed.
Oh, he's been apothecaried. Okay.
You'd have apothecaried that goat at this stage. I know you would.
Probably.
Fant Fox, behave. Next
there.
person on this team is an assassin, right? Now you're just being mischievous now, aren't you, Fant Fox? Come on. Have you got an argument? I know it was flashing through your mind there. Ooh, knockdown, mighty blow, kill it. Have you got an argument you could make for why assassins you would take them, just as a counterpoint, or are you just completely against assassins? Absolutely.
What me? Am I completely against assassins? Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. I like it.
Why not? For the interests of meaningful debate, what don't you like?
All right. Well, let me just finish this bit of turn because I need to think this through, and then I we'll answer that while it's his turn. All right. So we can do, if we do 2 dice block here. And roll pushes. I can now follow that up.
Jelly, honestly, mate, I've no idea how you feel about assassins, buddy.
I'll now follow that up. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we get him there. So let's go put a scoring threat in. And we'll throw the ball. I'm going to leave these tagged for the set for a moment. I'm going to let that slide. So we had to make the pass before we make the dodge, because if a double one here, the ball carrier is completely exposed and alone. So I had to make the pass first, and I've chose not to re-roll it because if I'd only have one re-roll for the next 6, 7 turns. So it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying, especially as this blitzer here is now actually possibly surfable. If he goes for the surf, then I think that he's used a lot of players to do it. But it is annoying that happened. Anyway, right. So why do I not like assassins on a Dark Elf team? Assassins themselves have 2 skills, and let's just think about the 2 skills first and their stat line, and maybe that'll answer the question in itself. So assassins are exactly the same as a Dark Elf lineman, except they only have armor 7, not armor 8 stat line. So they're 6, 3, 4, 7, and they are also slightly more expensive than a Dark Elf lineman. So you're paying for skills that a Dark Elf lineman doesn't have, but you're sacrificing armor. In fact, sorry, they actually have. Yeah, they have 2 skills. So there's stab and shadowing. So how does shadowing work? Shadowing works by you compare your movement and the movement of the person that's trying to dodge away, and the person who you then roll 2d6, add it all together, and the person with the most effectively wins. So shadowing on a movement 6 player, most players are either movement 4, 5, 6, 7. The 6 isn't particularly great.
6 is average.
Yeah, 6 is the actual average in Blood Bowl. So shadowing itself isn't a great skill. Then you need to think about what sort of players would like to dodge away from you and what sort of players want to hit you. Blackhawk, does it want to dodge from you or hit you? It's going to hit you. Chaos Warrior, going to hit you. Beastman, probably want to hit you. Gutter Runner, definitely want to dodge from you. Skink, want to dodge from you. So all the players with a high movement are the ones that want to do the dodging, except you're at a typical disadvantage. So it's not maybe the strongest skill. And then you need to look at Stab. Stab is a free 2 dice result against someone's armour. So if they've got, what you do is you then roll 2d6 and work out whether you beat their armour. If you did, you go to roll an injury. So against a high armour target, it's less likely to work, and it's more likely to work against a low armour target. So it puts you in a bit of a problem, and all the high armour targets tend to be the ones that want to hit you back. So if you've just stabbed a Black Orc and it bounced off, next thing it's going to hit you, except the Black Orc's probably going to have Mighty Blow. So it's not a very good skill. Which I think is exactly what I just said about shadowing, as it's not really a good skill. So therefore I get to the point where I decide that I don't really like assassins. They're okay at tabletop tournaments is probably the thing to really comment on. Thank you very much. Because at tabletop tournaments, you get a lot of Armour 7 teams. So there we go. I think that covers it. Zunk, does that cover it?
Sounds lovely. Quite expensive assassins as well. So Dark Elf Lineman's 70, and what's an assassin, 80 or 90?
I think they're 90. I think they are 20k more.
TNS, I'm not asleep, mate. I've got a hangover. Well, multiple block is a double on an assassin as well, Mayu. And again, the same thing applies. That your opponent, any players that have got low armor that stab is likely to work against, your opponent's probably going to have tried to have dodged away and left you alone. So you usually will be trying to break the higher armor value pieces that are still in base contact with you. It probably won't work, and then you just get chinned next turn. It is how it often pans out.
Indeed. Right, what I'm doing here is my opponent has actually used his apothecary. And I'm very aware that he's used his apothecary. So we can get lots of hits on his players. We might get rid of another one. That would be great.
Funkadelic Jive Turkey, hello, buddy. How you doing? Don't often see you in here.
Hello, Aaron. How are you?
Good to have you aboard, man. Killjoy asks, why do people play more AV7 on tabletop? Because at low team value, i.e. tabletop is invariably low team value teams, the AV7 teams are often pretty competitive. So think Amazons, Wood Elves, straight out the box, they're pretty good. So they tend to be quite successful in those sort of competitions. So that's basically why, mate. And the high armor teams, hesitate here. Some of the high armor teams are not particularly good at low team value. So, for example, Nurgle with the Warriors, you won't see that many of. Orcs are okay at tabletop, aren't they?
Yeah, orcs are all right. They're not like a top tier race at tabletop because they don't they don't do enough damage to the low armor teams, and they're not quick enough to score quickly. So they don't tend to win a lot of games. They tend to draw quite a lot because they're just reliable. Right. So pick up the ball and pass it. Yeah, why not? Oh dear, double one on the pass. Go right.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Vilnich, that the assassins get success preying on low armor value targets, and wouldn't you just rather hit them anyway with mighty blow and tackle and get star player points for it? Yes, that's another thing.
Yeah, Frank said that actually.
Well, they are of one mind. Fantastic. So, in summary, assassins aren't utterly ridiculous, but what they bring to the party doesn't really work all that well when you think it through. At first glance, it's quite appealing, and there's a certain charm to having a shady figure in a cloak and looking all ninja-like, but in practice, not quite as good as they seem.
Yeah, there's another one which is the double on the assassin. So you go, oh, you've got multi-block. It's now twice as effective at stabbing things. There's two downsides. One, you've probably just stood next to not one but two things now, which might hit you if you don't kill them both. And two, wouldn't you just rather have a guard line elf? Because I know I would.
Nori asks, does anyone know if they put the ROR for Bretonia in Mortal Empire yet?
What's
Nori,
ROR?
remind me, what's ROR?
What's... Oh, you guys talking about who Steve, my opponent, is, by the way?
That's a separate line of conversation, yes.
Ah.
Oh, right. Sorry. Cheers, Ducky. Thanks, of course. Regiments are renowned. Do you know, Nori? I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked because it was there was a fairly big Warhammer 2 patch this week, wasn't it? So no, not sure.
Interesting to see my opponent tries to put some pressure on the ball here.
Would you excuse me a moment? I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Hey, what have you made? Well, thanks very much. Okay, thank you very much. Typical. Something just clears off just as when I'm about to start eating. Oh well. Now, our opponent here has put us under a number of little challenges, hasn't he? And this is because he's got 5 strength 4 players, so he's able to, 1-for-1, it's quite difficult to deal with. And I suspect what he's thinking about here is, does he step here or does he step here? And the downside of stepping there is that the mighty blow happens. That's a misclick. Who eats at midday? Well, me. It's been 2 hours. You haven't seen me eat. I might die. Oh, don't you get through as well. That'll be annoying. Oh, come on. This is huge if he makes it. Interesting if he doesn't. Remove Assassin's Ink of Dark Elf Blitz's stab. Okay, right, so we've got 2 dice there. Or a 2, yeah, it's got to be that, hasn't it? So let's bring you back here. For 2 dice here. To get the Witch Elf back. Now we'll push onto the ball here, because I want to see what happens. Right, we won't push onto the ball here. These dice are all falling wrong. Yeah, every single one of those. That's just not whatever. Okay, right, 1 dice. This is just a 2+. Let's just remember this. Oh, fuck off! Oh, and a KO. Really? Fucking really? I'll eat my sandwich. That's just bullshit. He's just going to roll every single dice that he needs to roll this turn.
Ah, we're back. Hello, mate.
Alright.
How are we doing?
We lost the ball.
Oh, no.
We had a turn where he's like, don't roll a double one
Oh, saw
again.
that.
Yeah, and we rolled a double one again.
Yeah, okay, 2 KOs apiece, and Steve has used Zappo. Right, yeah, we'll see for that. And this is Steve's drive, so, I mean, 0-0 at half time is not catastrophic, is it? If you can manage that.
It's not catastrophic, it's just not ideal. So what did you see the one dice blitz into the strength 4 guy goat? 5 in 6 is fine. Reroll skull into KO.
No. Are you're not vexed, are you? Oh,
I was mildly irritated by it, but yeah, you can't do it without it. Anyway.
Killjoy. Oh, thanks for the cheer, Killjoy. Asks, first skill on a skink. Do you still take catch or sure feet or block?
Sheer feet or block. Well, it's sure hands or block are the two typically you take. So sure hands is what I would tend to take, because it gives you strip ball defense, and it gives you reroll.
Oh yeah, by gum, the chat's just reminded me. This is in fact your drive. Okay.
This is bad. This is bad.
It's bad. Okay. Arse. Fireball, lightning bolt.
I haven't got it. It's him. He's got the wizard.
Oh yeah.
This is bad.
I'm just thinking elves automatically come with a wizard against chaos, but oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. What are you gonna
do? Struggle.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna go and try and put some pressure on. These fucking dice are shite. Really shit. Got one.
Well done.
That's a Chaos Warrior. That's good. I'm going to leave that based because it means that they're not going anywhere. That's based. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that. Oh, stop rolling pals. Stop rolling pals against the blitzers. I'm losing because I chose to pass when I didn't need to. I'm not sure about that. And this is tier 4, so the result isn't as important as the development of the team.
How where was the ball when you were doing the pass?
It was over here. So the guy rolled a double one on the pass because he's
Can't
got
see
pass.
you're pointing.
I know,
where
I know,
exactly.
but I can't describe it to you. It was on the exact opposite flank, about the same sort of position, further forward. I think we've had bad dice. This is why I'm losing. We've had bad dice. We've rolled 3 sets of double ones so far. That's what I think.
Chin up, sunshine.
Oh man, them KOs. Them KOs are gonna be huge. If we don't get the KOs back, we lose this game. There isn't a playoff, is there? It's just tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, blah.
Best wishes to Grandma Killjoy. Safe journey, mate. See you later.
Doodaloo. And anyway, you can't pass the ball raw without it being a little bit unlucky. Like, so if you think through what actually happened, we rolled a double one on the pass, and the ball fluffed into just on the floor next to him. Then he made 3+ dodges, no reroll needed, to get a load of players next to the ball. We then failed all our blocks when we needed a knockdown to push onto the ball. We didn't get it. We needed a knockdown to then get 2 dice on the ball on the guy that was marking the ball and didn't get it. And then we got a double skull as a 1 dice block when I've got block and he doesn't, and all I'm looking for is a push. I wouldn't do it differently. I just think I've had situationally bad dice. That's what I think.
Well, you seem to have come to terms with that. That's to your credit, well done. Duderino, hello, mate. It was all right, actually, buddy. Wasn't massive. There was maybe 20 there. I knocked it on the head about midnight and elected not to go to fan club. Probably a good idea. Afternoon, Sam. You all right?
These dice are just not fair.
He's just thinking, Sam. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm not being particularly sold. You know,
Oh, no.
game's not going quite to plan. But largely taken any stride. I'd say. Seen worse.
It's just annoying. Really, that's all it is. It's just annoying. Like nothing is working. I can't do anything about it. It's just annoying.
Hold it. I've got to pick this one up. So what you're saying, Jimmy, is that if any time dice aren't good, you wouldn't moan about it. Get off.
He didn't write that.
Sunshine, you've made a career moaning about stuff, man. Come on, that's a one too far. That's one too far. You can't get away with that. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, we're gonna call bullshit on that.
You haven't lost yet, anyway. You know, still.
No, I haven't. But
Plenty
like,
to play.
if you play this through, fuck off. That's 4 KOs down. I've only got 12 players, so at best we get half of them back. I'm probably playing short man against a wizard. He's got a babe, so those 2 KOs probably come back. So it's probably going to be 11 versus 7, 8, and I could potentially be 1-0 down because he's made every single 3+ roll so far. So I'm 2 or 3 turns ahead of where it actually is. I can't beat this. I can't. It's not possible.
It feels so disloyal, doesn't it, Max Damage? It feels so much disloyal.
Of course, 1 out of 3 KOs. Obviously. Just get on with it.
Do you want to stick a link in to that, Fatten? You're welcome to, buddy. Fatten makes G-Man recap vids. So if you are a G-Man enthusiast and want to check out Fatten's summary on YouTube, he is about to link in the chat below. What's Steve saying?
he just I wrote GG when I got the 1 out of 3 KOs back, and he went, not over yet, Nuffle could step in a moment, but still looking very good. And I put, yeah, it's been very one-sided thus far. And then I put in brackets, statement of fact, not being salty. I am annoyed. I am annoyed, and I can't not be annoyed. Of course, everyone's going to be annoyed in this situation. But it has been shit.
Meh. Blood Bowl, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what we play. He's playing well. I'm more annoyed that my bad things that have befallen me, my misfortune is annoying me.
Well, you took a gamble and it didn't pay off. Yeah, it's Blood Bowl. There's nothing I can say to cheer you up. Yes, it's annoying, but it's Blood Bowl. You knew the risks.
Yeah, indeed. And the only reason I'm talking to him about this is because he will sit and watch the stream a fair bit. So it's not. This isn't me crying at my opponent for, oh, this is not fair. This is just. This is someone who will talk about this, and it's a bit of a shame he's not here right now, so we could sort of talk about it together.
Grindle, see you later, buddy. Thank you for popping by.
Yeah, ordinarily, you're right. I don't normally talk about the dice to the opponent.
Well, it shows weakness. So the format of REBBL, even if this game turns into a defeat, you're likely to get promoted anyway. So this isn't catastrophic in the big picture.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not.
Sam, what the hell are you talking about? Sam says, like if he turned up at a kid's party to be a magician or a clown or something, then out of the blue when, brackets, by the way, I'm not a pedo, that would exactly fill me with confidence. And I'm saying, I don't get it, Sam.
I think there's more than one chat going on.
All right, okay. So if Sam hears someone saying they're not being salty, then they assume they're salty. Well, no, it was more of a fact that the question arises: is Andy now being salty? And Andy says, "I'm not salty." What? You can't win, can you? You're on a hiding to nothing with that statement. You're being salty, right? Reply to that in a way that doesn't damn you one way or the other if we apply that to it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Unless I say nothing about the dice ever, because I try and comment when they're going well as well. I think I spot when it's had good fortune.
I've seen worse.
Oh yeah, this could be going worse. This should be going shitloads better. Oh, there you go. There's some bad luck from my opponent. Right, the only way I'm going to get anything out of this now is go high pressure on the ball.
Sorry, I'm a bit distracted.
Okay, now.
Deep breath, happy place. Just conversing with a pal of mine who's off to the football. And we're talking about how did jobs go. So I'm trying not to be salty. Jelliel, welcome back. I've been counting the seconds and you've finally returned. Yeah, lost the ball, Jelliel. So it's not going particularly well. But, you know, stuff happens, doesn't it? Hi, Noamto. How you doing? Malfago? No, not really.
That's another power against the blodger.
Thanks, Umbrella Hat. Umbrella Hat cheers you 150 to cheer you up, Andy. Think of the good times, the good things that have happened during this game. Like, did you have a sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
What did you have?
A bacon sandwich was very good.
Oh, I could do with a bacon sandwich. Yeah, I noticed that. I've no idea why the word filter thing picked up Malfago as a possible issue. You'll have to ask the Twitch people. No, I'm to ask, do you know how to make a rabbit? What, you mean cheese on toast with Worcester sauce on? Yes. Sam, that's gibberish. Do you know how to dope, which loosely translates in Shawnee's world as well done? I don't understand the question, Sam. Sorry. Have another go. No, I don't know. He doesn't eat that much bacon sandwich, does he?
Normally.
To be honest, no. I'd Google it. When I've had Welsh rabbit on occasion, it's as far as I can tell, it's cheese on toast with Worcester sauce. Let me have a look. Quite fancy that actually. It does sound quite good. All right, yeah, no, you're right. Mustard and flour is in addition to Worcester sauce and cheese. Bit of milk. Just Google it, mate. It's very straightforward. It's a variation on cheese on toast. Nori asks, is there a Mrs. Been engaged a couple of times, mate, but based on lessons learned of those, no, there isn't by design. You can put Guinness in it, apparently, no, I'm told. I believe that's optional. Why Guinness? Is it if it's Welsh? Because obviously Guinness being a bit like Irish rather than Welsh.
Another 3 plus. I don't think he's failed a 3 plus.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that's where the butter and flour addition comes into it.
I don't think he's failed a 3 plus. And another pow. These dice have not been balanced at all.
Yep, that's the attitude, Malfago. At least she's not dead. Quite right, too. Yeah, there we go. In the one recipe I looked at, Umbrella Hat, it was flour, not corn flour. You're not happy now, are you?
No, I'm quite cross. But there's kind of nothing about it, so it's just sort of, you have to just wait. And either the dice will fix themselves, or they'll not.
Ah, cheer up,
It's been just a torrent of pows on the blodgers.
Don't let it get to you, man. It's just a game.
Oh well. So I didn't use dodge there because the square I was going to end up there was here, and the next thing he was going to do was then block me off to here and then blitz him and push him out. So that's why. And with that knockout, that's basically any chance I had at all of doing anything, because I only have 2 blodge pieces, so now I've got 1. So the fact that he's got no tackle is now is irrelevant, and he's got a massive player advantage as well. Waitrix, how do you do that with the one? Is it? Do you have to do loads of? You pasting it or?
Yeah, Fred said it's exactly that. I'd rather take a knockdown than be the victim of a surf. Was the thinking there. It kind of backfired with the KO, but the logic was sound.
Testing.
God, isn't it amazing what we do these days? Hello, Keeks. How you doing, mate? Alfaga asks, what's your preference, Andy? Oh, goodness me.
Oh dear.
Do you have Blood Bowl Online or tabletop for preference? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, sorry, Hans.
I don't know. Actually, I just like both. I think. Hopefully that's allowed.
I guess the tabletop, you've got the full interaction, you know, the social aspect, but it takes a lot more faff. It takes longer to play. It takes more organisation. You couldn't, for example, you know, play hundreds of games on tabletop. Just it takes too long. But you can on the sign-up version. They've both got their advantages. They complement each other.
And I know there's not not many of you in the chat that I've met, but I've met a few of you. Oh, that was not a very successful fireball.
Oh, thanks, Joel.
Yeah, and it's nice to physically see the people you're playing against. That is good.
Oh, excuse me, phone call.
What tends to happen, Melfager, is that you can see the dice, so you see what's going on. Like it's unusual for someone to get really angry at tabletop, partly because there's always that social element of the fact that you're sat opposite someone. So if you are way out of line, like if you're in a pub and you do something really stupid, you've got someone might reach across the table and punch you in the head, for example. So there's that. I've never seen any physical violence at Blood Bowl, but it's people are less likely to be a bit of a twat in person. Yeah. And you get people getting a bad mood, like I've been irritated occasionally, but yeah, everyone gets annoyed, but yeah, everyone gets annoyed from time to time. Passive aggressive, yeah, that's true. Doesn't happen very often. I got mildly irritated with that game in the Euro Bowl, the game 4, where just someone hit me and my player died. Hit me again, my player died. Hit me, my player died. And it was only annoyed because I kept thinking, but this is going to trash my chances of winning the game. He was lovely. He was a really nice guy. And when we weren't talking about the Blood Bowl, it was great. But it was annoying. You've seen a guy get tossed out? Tossed out? I've never seen that. I've seen someone who was clearly being a bit of an idiot, but not. Oh, can you fail one of these 3+s, please? So he's just made that 3+. We could have then walked this guy around and blitzed effectively on a 4+. But by not making a roll, we're in trouble. And we fail, of course we do. Come on. Come on, dice. Be fair. No. Okay, right. That's the game over then. It just hasn't been fair. Oh, dear. Oh, well. But if anyone's thinking about going to a tabletop tournament, you guys should go. You still there, Zunk? I don't know what's happened to Zunk, actually. Zunk! stop with the shit dice. Please. Please. Okay. Right, so this is done. Should we talk about something else? He had a phone call already. Okay. As elves, how do you not lose to Skaven with a wizard, natural one turner, and a bigger bench? Yeah, that's going to be hard. Do I have a new joke? No, I haven't thought one up actually. Tell you a story. Fucking hell. Fish for fat, you could argue. I've had 35 years to argue for a good one, couldn't you, really? Oh, let's look at the positive here. He's picked up a few points. Okay, level up question. High elf thrower has accurate second skill, double 6. It's an interesting. I don't want to kill his players though. I don't. I wanted to win the game. I should have won this game. This is. I think I'd take this double 6. I think I'd take the double 6. Good afternoon, Andy. So I've got this Orc Blitz with strength and sure hands. What would you get on normals? Knocked out 4, obviously. Oh, okay, so there's no one turner on the table because I can't roll knockout rolls. Fucking tiresome game. Strength and normals. I don't like blitzers. Orc blitzers being ball carrier, so I don't know. I just wouldn't have done it that way. Tackle, guard. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Oh, because I just wouldn't do it. So, fire him, build him properly. Nice, geeks. I like that. No, in all seriousness, Clapman, I don't know. I'm really not sure. Yes, JL. We're going for in Blodge we trust, because Norton, you should consider going to the Welsh Open, which is in Cardiff in January. If you want to come to a tabletop tournament, that is, I know it's a little bit far, but that is a very, very, very good tabletop tournament to go to. Very, very good. Arcangelo, yes. It's just not fair. It's not fair.
And we're back. Hello.
Hello.
Have you come to terms with it?
Yeah, yeah. Not mega
Right,
pissed off in
good.
any way. This has been utter shite. Can't do anything about it though.
Okay. There we go. Hello, Marsam. How you doing? Toes your door. Are you looking for? Oh, you just want a keyboard. I've never used PC Upgrade myself, mate.
Yes!
The last place I used
Fucking
that I'd
ridiculous.
recommend from just good experience was Scan were really good. Never used PC Upgrade, buddy. Have you tried something like Review or Trustpilot? See if you've got any scores on there. That's usually a good place to look. Hard lines, bud.
Oh well.
Oh well.